Hey, what's up, y'all? It's TheTacticalRedneck, and we're coming back at you with some more Rising Storm 2. And in this video, we are back at the firing range, and we will be going over the Vietnamese faction's weapons. The team is actually the NLF, but I believe that the PAVN have the same exact weapons. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the other loadout video, and yeah, it's actually done surprisingly well, so I figured I would go ahead and do the insurgent weapons. And yeah, so we'll start out with the Guerrilla. Some of the class names are slightly different, and I know that a lot of weapons in the Vietnam War were indeed Chinese weapons, as you see here. And I'm pretty sure the AKM was also Chinese. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is here. I guess it's still based off the AK-47, just different variants. But yeah, I think most of these are indeed Chinese weapons. But yeah, so we'll start out with the AK-47. First, we'll go over the Type 56. I don't think there's much of a difference between all of these. The Type 56, I think, is maybe a little larger than the AKM. But yeah, we'll go over this first. Okay, so the first thing is, the Type 56 here, it has a round iron sight, fully enclosed, and yeah, it's a pretty cool gun. You know, the gun sounds are pretty neat as well. Now we'll switch to semi-automatic. It actually sounds a lot different when you fire semi-automatic than it does when you fire fully automatic. But yeah, give you the reload here. So they're all essentially the same gun. They just, yeah, but they just look a little different, I guess. Here is the TT-23. I believe this is Tokarev, which is a Russian manufacturer, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Tokarev. It's a pretty neat little pistol. I believe it is a little smaller than the 1911 that we see on the U.S. faction. But still, it's a pretty cool little gun. It could be the same caliber, I really don't know. I don't know a lot about Russian and Chinese weapons. I really don't, and I'm not going to pretend to. Let me show you the Punji Trap. So basically what the Punji Trap is exactly what it's called. It's literally a trap. And it doesn't show, it's not showing up. I think it's just a spike, maybe. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. That might actually be the trap that explodes. I'm not sure. But you really can't see it, honestly. I don't know. But here's our grenades. Stick grenades. Those are pretty sweet. I turned the audio up just a hair. And we'll quickly go over the other types of AK-47s. Here's the Type 56-1. This doesn't have the closed iron sights at the end. And I'm pretty sure they have the same sounds. Yeah, they have the same sounds. Reload is exactly the same. I think the only difference between these two is the stock, which you can actually fold here. So there is a bug, but yeah, you can't actually aim down the sights. Kind of got to aim to the right a bit. But yeah, so you can actually aim, fold up the stock on this one, which is pretty sweet. Let's go to the next one. Here we have the AKM, which I believe the AKM is the most. I think this was the most produced version of this gun. Now, again, I could be wrong on this, but I'm fairly certain that's the case. The top of it, of the receiver, is a little bit different. It's not smooth. But again, same sounds, and you can equip a bayonet to all of these as well, except for the Type 56 one. I think the first one actually has a folded bayonet, so let's double check that, because I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, it has a folded bayonet, so it comes on automatically. Let's go see if we can stab something here. I don't know if this will actually... But yeah, it doesn't actually knock the target over, but still, it's cool nonetheless. So let's check out the scout now. No, actually, we have more guns to look at. I forgot. Okay, so you have the SKS-45 Carbine. This is a semi-automatic rifle developed by Russia. Pretty sure. Oops, found me facing the wrong way. So it's... I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little gun. It sounds pretty sweet, too. And you can also equip a bayonet, which folds out from under the stock. And I believe Blue Drake is messaging me. But anyways, I'll go ahead and show you. You can check your ammo. You can reload it. And it does use a clip. That's a pretty hard-hitting rifle. Not gonna lie. No, I don't know who's messaging me. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch to the next gun. We have the Mosin gun, 9130. And if you've played the other Red Orchestra games, you've used this gun many a times, and it's still very much as good as it was in the original games. Sounds almost identical. And it's still just as much fun to use. But it is bolt action, and it uses a standard clip. And you can also equip your bayonet to the end of it. So it's pretty sweet. I think that actually decreases your aim. Your accuracy. But it's still just as damn accurate as it was in the original games. I don't know why I haven't really used this as much as I have the other guns, but I think I'm going to start using it because... as I said the past 4 times, if you have played the previous games, you know how much fun it is to actually use this rifle. It's so easy to hit targets with it. So yeah, well, let's go on to the next class. So next we have the Scout, who also has the AK variants, so we will not review those because we just went over them. But we're going to go with the M84 T9 Smg, and you can also choose the different types, so you have French and Vietnamese. The French shoots a 9mm, and the Vietnamese shoots a 7.62. So we will review the French one first. The Scout also has a tripwire trap and a smoke grenade, and the same pistol. So let's go ahead and review this really quickly. It's a really boxy looking gun, and it does not have the ability to switch fire modes, the French one that I know of. It does not have a lot of recoil, but it's, I don't know, I've never really used it. I don't play Scout very much. Here's checking your ammo, and here's the reload animation. Now, I believe he does pull the bolt back as well if you go through the entire magazine, so let's go through the entire magazine, see how that works. Yeah, so he pulls the bolt back. Then we have our pistol again, it's the same one. Here is our tripwire trap. I guess this works the, I guess if you just walk through this, I don't know how this works exactly. Oh, okay, I got it. So, if you walk through that trap, you die, basically. But you can set those up in trenches and in bushes and stuff, so that's pretty cool. And then your smoke grenade, which is literally just a smoke grenade, nothing more. By the looks of things, by reading this, it is a Russian-made smoke grenade. There is Russian writing on the actual grenade itself. But, yeah, it's just a smoke grenade. That's what it does. So let's take a look at the Vietnamese version of this gun. Has a slightly larger round, I think. No, smaller round. Yeah, it has a smaller round. Okay. But still, it shoots much faster. It still does not have the ability to switch firing modes, but I don't know what C does. I guess it changes the stock. Yeah, okay, so I guess it folds the stock. I guess they haven't fixed the aim animations for folding the stock. I don't know how that works yet, but yeah, still a pretty neat little gun nonetheless, and I still don't really see myself using it because there's better options out there, but I can see the tripwire trap being extremely useful for the NLF. But let's go to the machine gun. Here we have the RPD. There are no variants of it, and a Type 67 grenade. I don't know if they're going to add more secondary firearms or not, but that would be pretty cool to see. I have not actually used this RPD yet, so I'm kind of curious as to how it sounds and feels. Oh, that's nice. I like that more than the M60, I'm not going to lie. That's really nice. It's also got the barrel smoke. I really like that. We can also check our box. I guess he just feels to see how heavy it is. But let's go ahead and reload it. Pretty standard reload animation for an LMG. You can also close the bipod on these guns as well. So here, you can actually, I don't know if it just glitched out or what, but you can actually still rest it on stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think the grenade is the same as it was before. I think it's the same as the Guerrilla class. But yeah, so let's go to the sniper. Here we have an SVD and another Mosin. I have not used this either yet. We also have a tripwire trap, so I don't need to review that. Have not used the SVD yet. Have not. But it is semi-automatic, magazine-fed, Russian-made sniper rifle. And the one thing I don't like about the Russian weapons is the scopes. I do not like the Russian scopes. Pretty okay sounding gun. I think it shoots a 7.62. Not sure. Not entirely sure what the full size of the bullet is, but still, pretty hard hitting little gun. Probably be a really joy to shoot one of these in real life. But yes, it's a sniper rifle. I don't really know what else to say about that. You can equip a bayonet to it if you want to. But let's go ahead and look at the Mosin. Now this, I would probably prefer to use. As I said before, I like the Mosin. It's a really nice gun, and the scope on it, it's the same scope. It's the same scope. Oh yeah. This just takes me back to Red Orchestra 2. Alright. I missed that, but yeah, so reloads one at a time, because obviously you can't put the stripper clip down into the receiver, and you can melee with it. Oh, you can't do that. You can do that with every weapon, I think. But another bayonet. You know, pretty standard. You know, just run up and stab people. But yeah, so that's that for the sniper class. Let's go to the Sapper. Oh man, this will also take you back to the Red Orchestra 2 days. We have another SKS-45 Carbine and Ppsh-41 Submachine Gun. You can actually switch between the two types of ammunition for this. You can go with 35-round stick, 71-round drum. Obviously, you're going to get more ammunition if you go with the stick, so that's pretty cool. This class also has a mine, so yeah, let's check this out. Pretty sure it's the same model from Red Orchestra 2. It does have select fire, so we'll show that off first. Pretty relatively low recoil here because it is a small round, and pretty fast fire rate. Still not a lot of recoil with the fire rate on fully automatic fire. It's actually very easy to handle. I don't know how good it is to handle at long range, but we could try it. Oh yeah, it feels pretty good. So hitting C does not do anything for this gun. Here's your reload animation. We can check the magazine size. And yeah, so let's go to the 71-round drum and see how that looks. Now, me personally, I would probably prefer to use this. Because why wouldn't you? Yeah, same sound, select fire. Thing right here is a lot of fun to shoot. I have not actually shot one of these in real life, but I would very much like to. I hope I can one day. But this is what you want to use when you go into a building, because you can just... Okay. Let's look at the mine. See how that works. These are what kept killing me in the previous videos, because I kept stepping on these things. These things are a bitch, because you cannot see them very well. You step on these, and you're dead. That hurt. Yeah, so let's go on to the next class, which is the RPG. I have actually used this in a video. Wait, did I miss a gun? Surely I didn't miss a gun. Or is the RPG the only class that has a shotgun? Okay, so I can just show this shotgun off for the RPG class. You can pick between the hunting shotgun, the coach gun, and the sawn-off. So we will go through all of those first, and then we will look at the RPG. Let's go for the Double-Aught buckshot shell, and yeah. So this is just your standard run-of-the-mill hunting shotgun in this setup. Long barrel, no modifications. C does not do anything. Pretty hard hitting. This thing actually has quite a bit of good range on it in multiplayer. I don't know how far out I can actually... Okay, so there is a significant amount of bullet drop for this. Okay, it still does quite a bit of damage at range. You just kind of got to angle your shot up some. But yeah, so that's a pretty sweet little shotgun. Let's take a look at the rifled slug. 1 ounce rifled slug. Now, a slug is a solid round. They're pretty large rounds. I missed. Try that again. But these are pretty hard hitting. So this is what you want to use for accuracy. Buckshot is something that you use if you want a spread on your shot. But the slugs hit a lot harder than buckshot does. So let's check out the next one. Okay, so you can just pick between the same two. Let's check out the coach gun now. So basically the coach gun is the same thing, but the barrel is like half the distance. Or half the length, sorry. Let me actually just do this, because it'll be a lot easier to show it off. So this is like a good medium. This is a good medium between the two guns. The only disadvantage that you have is you don't actually have a sight. You don't have the bead sight. So you kind of gotta, like, you know, eye it. But still, it's not too difficult. But I actually went between the two different types of ammunition. So if you hit C, you can switch. I figured that out. I don't see where a slug would be a lot. It wouldn't be too beneficial with this type of gun, I guess. But still, it's pretty cool. So let's check out the sawn-off, because I'm pretty sure it probably has a lot less of... The spread on it is probably not as tight as the other two, but this thing seems really small. I don't know what the actual difference is. I'll have to talk to the devs and find out what the difference is. Okay, so it seems to me that the spread is not as tight, so you don't have to aim down the sights to use this, in all honesty. You really don't. Now, you can, but fuck it, I don't care. Don't really need to. But since we're here, I'll show you the RPG. The RPG is pretty sweet. Okay, I pressed C and it put me back on my other gun. But anyways, so you can adjust the sights with this. I don't really do it. You don't really need to. But I'm going to tell you what. The RPG, the amount of damage it does is absolutely insane. I mean, it does a staggering amount of damage to people. If you shoot within a 5-foot radius of a person, they die. They explode. Their body parts go all over the place. With chunks of meat and blood, and they scream, and it's pretty horrific. But the splash damage is pretty huge for this head. for this round. And yeah, I don't know if they're gonna add ground vehicles in or not, but it would be pretty cool if they did. So yeah, that's that class. Let's go to the commander. The commander has these two guns, so I don't really need to review them. The only difference between the commander and any other class is the commander has different types of smoke. This is probably white smoke. I don't think it's signal smoke. No, it's not signal smoke. But we have binoculars as well with the commander class. And the commander can also use the radio. But for some reason, I wasn't able to use the radio last time as the commander. But to use the radio, actually, you call in support with. So yeah, I'm not actually able to do that for some reason. I can do this though. Okay, so I don't think I can actually call in support for this. But this is basically the commander screen. I just figured out that I can bring this up like this. But yeah, so you can request anti-air, you can cancel your artillery, scout, recon, ambush, deployment, artillery barrage, Ho Chi Minh Trail, which actually decreases the spawn time. I think it actually automatically spawns all the dead people in. So it's pretty useful. The US has napalm, the Puff the Magic Dragon, they have the gunship. I said napalm, artillery barrage. They have their own plethora of unique supports. But still, that's pretty much everything for the Vietnamese side of the game. I don't think they have any vehicles. The only thing that they can actually use currently is the Dishcom machine gun. And it's not available to showcase here, but it is a very, very beefy and powerful gun. It takes out helicopters almost instantly. But yeah, I'll have to record that and show you guys in another video. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like. If you're new, subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.